Hi everyone, let's go through my preferred and alternative Elliott Wave scenarios on Bitcoin, including potential trading setup, starting with my preferred scenario where I'm looking for a 5-wave move in a wave A, then eventually a 3-wave structure in a green B, and then continuation to the downside in a wave C. In this particular scenario, if we zoom into the corrective structure of a wave B, I'm looking at this also to be then an A, 3-wave B, and eventually a C to the upside. Now in this wave A, that means that this has to be a 5-wave structure, which also means that this corrective pattern over here and then the blue wave B cannot go below the origin of this blue wave A. That is a very clear invalidation at 26.9k for also this potential long scenario that we have. Now, if we then look at the area of interest, like a bit of a support area, we look between the 786 and the 886 area over here, and we can see, hey, we got a weekly at 27.6k. We also have a triple bottom that on the Coinbase chart has not yet been taken. I've noticed on other charts it did, but actually on Coinbase chart, these lows over here have not been taken with this wick, while on other charts they have been taken. So we now have a triple bottom on the Coinbase chart, which could be interesting, right? That if price moves to the downside, it can grab a little bit of liquidity before moving to the upside. But keep in mind that the invalidation is close at 26.9k. So that is something to take into account. And then also for the potential trading setup, of course, this could be the low of a potential wave B, then looking for the upside in a wave C. But of course, we are sensible traders. We don't catch knives. We are disciplined. We have our strategy, right? We have our strategy, entry requirements, our plan. And basically what I would like to see is some strength. So as mentioned in previous videos, I always like to see at least some structure, maybe then a retracement, like a structure to the upside, little retracement to the downside, maybe some bullish divergences as well, but at least a sign of support for potentially a move to the upside. And as it stands now, I have not really seen that. So yeah, I'm just, patiently waiting and following my personal developed strategy. Which, as it stands now, has not showed me any signs of support. So we wait and see. But then the potential trading scenario would be entering somewhere here with a long stop loss at the invalidation down here. So actually, bloop, there we go. And then eventually the main target is going to be the highs over here, because here we have then a potential short scenario as well as the end of this green wave B for then a move to the downside in wave C, because we have here another double top actually between this high and this high. We have a double top at 30.5k, another double top. We have the 886 and still my untouched target box as well. So the target box between 30.2k and 30.4k has not yet been touched, which is annoying because usually my target boxes do get touched. So I actually would really like it if price is going to move to the upside, touch the target box, find resistance, and then move down. And if we look at the bigger Elliott Wave target of this then being an A, B, C, the basically main target for a wave A and a wave C is the 1-to-1. Like wave C tends to look quite similar to a wave A in length of price, and you can see the 1-to-1 over here is right on the top of my target box. So yeah, that is very, very nice, and that would be very interesting for then a potential short scenario where the short is entered at this level, stop loss at the very clear invalidation of 31k, the high over here, for then potentially a longer trade to the downside in a wave C. So this is something I'm looking at my preferred scenario. Now looking at the CVD, I mentioned I would like to see locally at least some support, so some CVD divergences when we get the move up and then the move down. That would be nice. We also have news though, so that is something to keep into account because news equals volatility. Today, Tuesday, May 2nd, we have at 4 p.m. Central East European time, so you have to check your own time zone. But we have some high impact news. I only look at the red flags. I don't even know what it is, but I do know that red flags can create volatility. So as you can see, 4 p.m. red flag over here. Then on Wednesday, so tomorrow, we also have some big news elements coming up over here with the FOMC and some federal stuff. So high impact news throughout the whole day. So Wednesday might be a very, very volatile day this week. And then on Friday, we have some high impact news as well. So make sure to write that down and trade very, very safe during those hours. If you then look at one of my alternative scenarios, the alternative scenario is this being a 5-wave move in an A or wave 1, followed then by a wave B or 2 that is already finished. So that's the difference. This one is already finished. With my preferred one, I expect another move up to take some of the highs and then move down. So in this scenario, we then have this as a WXY or an A, yeah, it can't be an ABC, so it has to be a WX and then a 3-wave in Y. But as you can see, wave Y is very, very long compared to a quite sharp wave W, which is not something I like to see. And also wave Y finished below wave W, which is incredibly rare. So wave W is over here, wave Y actually is below than wave W. So yeah, this is therefore an alternative scenario. And in this scenario, this is the more, let's say, bullish scenario because we expect price to push to the upside. In this scenario, this then is a 3-wave move to the downside in a wave A. And then we have over here a 3-wave move in an AB. And then eventually we want to see a C, there we go, to the upside. But then this C has to be extended because if this is a wave A, this is a 3-wave B, and wave C has a 1-to-1 relationship with wave A. We expect it to end over here somewhere, as mentioned in my preferred scenario. But in this scenario, this wave C has to be extended to reach the higher targets of an expanding flat wave B. So then this is a 3-wave A, 3-wave B, 5-wave C to the downside, where this wave B, most common target is between the 1.236 and the 1.38, which currently sits between 32K and 32.7K, also including the 2022 range highs at 32.4K. So for maybe a bit of a liquidity grab before then a move to the downside for also a potential trading setup, entering the short stop loss above the 1.618, as this is a rare target for an expanding flat wave B, and then looking for downside in a wave C. Now I hope this video was helpful or valuable to you. Please check out the macro and the high time frame video if you're interested, and for now, thanks for watching and subscribing, and I will see you at the next one. Bye bye.